All right, so this video is brought to you by Higgsfield. I got my first ever channel sponsors. Thank you so much to Higgsfield. I'm gonna receiving a little bit of a payout for this video, but trust me, it's amazing. I mean, we're gonna figure out whether it's amazing or not because we're gonna demo it on this video. Um, Here. So yeah, I've got 8 minutes to make a 7 minute video. I guess I've never done anything like this before, so I don't know how this works exactly. But yeah, I've got to submit a video uh here. So they gave me like a script to read, and then like some assets to look at. So I've never done anything like this before. I'll just start by reading the script. So the script says, this is Higgsfield Cinema Studio. All the links and everything should be good. One thing for viewers to know, I am talking to, so AI is listening in. So hey AI, can you introduce yourself quick?
Hey everyone, I'm an AI assistant helping out here. I can answer questions, look things up, run code, manage calendars, basically a digital sidekick. Congrats again on the Higgsfield sponsorship, that's awesome for a first channel sponsor. Good luck with the video, you've got this. Clapperboard.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Yeah. So Higgsfield Cinema Studio is one of the fastest growing Gen AI companies with one clear mission to be the most creator friendly platform, including Cinema Studio, a creative or a creator first workflow that takes care of the entire film production process. Now anyone can create cinematic shots without filmmaking experience or know-how. And to you, the AI, and to my audience, this is really critical for me. Like they found the right person to sponsor, because check my tasks and let the audience know. One of I want to make movies using AI, right? That's one of my tasks. Can you pull that in and inform the audience about that?
Yes, here's what I found for the audience. Graham has a task called Sidewalks of Rage. It's an MMO browser beat 'em up game he's building. But even more relevant, he also has a task for create custom HRV, coherent breathing meditation animations for YouTube, where he wants to showcase vibe coding and AI assisted development. And check this out, he has a whole task dedicated to learn vibe coding, with notes about staying current with AI tools and building things with AI assistants. So yeah, Higgsfield definitely found the right creator here. Graham is actively trying to make movies and animations using AI, it's literally on his to-do list. This isn't just a sponsorship, it aligns with what he's already working toward. Clapperboard.
Yeah, and the one you missed as well was I want to take old like ow, I just hurt my toe really badly by I just ran my chair over my toe. But we're good, we're good, we're good. Toe's still attached. So I want to take these old operas like, Mozart Magic Flute. I mean, there's thousands of them. Like it's a rich, like I guarantee you a lot of these old operas, Marriage of Figaro, there's you name it, like every famous composer has operas, but like people don't get to see the like the Beethoven operas, right? I think even Beethoven wrote an opera. People don't get to see them because like they're these like big productions, and like opera companies um are like occupied. They can only do so much. So like an opera company isn't just gonna make, you know Fideilo, originally Leonore, you know, like it's rare and difficult to go see these operas because they're like big productions, right? And then on top of that, it's an opera. People don't want to see operas anymore. People want to watch Hollywood movies. So I want to actually take these old operas and turn them into Hollywood movies. So Higgs Studio Cinema, it would be great for that. It's a new way to create cinematic images and videos inside Higgsfield, um, starting from a single intentional frame and turning it into a polished shot. So like, it's designed to help creators get a premium film-like look with simple creative choices.
That's an incredible vision. Taking classic operas like Fidelio, The Magic Flute, Marriage of Figaro, works that most people will never see live because opera productions are so expensive and rare, and turning them into cinematic Hollywood-style films using AI tools like Higgsfield Cinema Studio. Think about it. The music is already there, the librettos are public domain, the stories are timeless. What's been missing is a way to visualize them without a multi-million-dollar production budget. AI video generation could actually democratize opera, make Beethoven's only opera accessible to people who'd never set foot in an opera house. And the single intentional frame to polished shot workflow sounds perfect for that. You could storyboard key scenes, generate the visuals, and sync them to existing recordings. That's not just content creation, that's cultural preservation meets modern filmmaking. Higgsfield really did find the right person for this sponsorship. Face mask clapperboard.
Right, and it doesn't even have to be an opera too, right? Like we could just make it a feature Hollywood film starring Leonardo DiCaprio, and then we can just have the music be, it doesn't have to be a musical or anything, right? It can just be a dramatic, you know, uh, so like so yeah, I'm excited about this. Cinema Studio is a major step toward real AI cinema. Well, I mean, we're not there yet. So what do you think, Claude? Do you think Cinema Studio can get us one step closer?
Honestly, yeah, I think it's a meaningful step in that direction. We're not at type a script, get a Scorsese film yet, but that's not really the point right now. The progression has been text to image, Midjourney, DALL-E, single frames text to video, runway, Pika, short clips, often inconsistent cinema studio approach, starting from an intentional frame and building a polished shot from it. That third approach is actually smart because it gives creators control. Instead of hoping the AI guesses what you want, you're directing it. That's closer to how real filmmaking works. You don't just say, make me a movie, you compose shots deliberately. For your opera to film vision, being able to craft a single beautiful frame of, say, Leonore in the dungeon, and then animate it into a cinematic shot with consistent lighting, camera movement, and mood, that's huge. Is it full AI cinema? No, but it's the difference between AI makes random stuff and creator uses AI as a tool. That's the step that matters. So yeah, one step closer. And you're exactly the kind of creator who should be pushing it forward. Clapperboard.
Yeah, so the goal, yeah, so Cinema Studio um is a step forward in this direction. It's one focused tool, minimal friction, built entirely around cinematic intent. It gives creators full cinematic control with the strongest models available, enabling ultra realistic shots that were not achievable before. Early tests already show it clearly. AI cinema is no longer theoretical. By use case, Cinema Studio competes directly with Kling, Vio, and platforms reselling them. The difference is leverage. We found that settings that actually work and wrapped them into a single cinematic studio. You get consistent results without brute force iteration, cinema quality at scale. So that's an important distinction too. A lot of these products just take, VO or Nano Banana or Sora and just basically introduce a middleman wrapper. It's not a new unique product that actually has a official capability. So it's almost, I hate to use this term during a a sponsored ad, but it's kind of a rip off, right? It sounds like this perhaps is not that.
Right, that's a key distinction you're making. A lot of AI video tools out there are basically just slap a UI on top of Kling or Runway's API, charge a markup, call it a product. That's not innovation, that's arbitrage. You're paying a middleman for the same inconsistent results you'd get going direct. What you're describing with Cinema Studio sounds different, curated settings that actually work. They've done the iteration so you don't have to cinematic intent baked in, not just generate video, but generate a shot, consistent results. That's the hard part. Everyone else is failing at the brute force iteration. Problem is real. Anyone who's used these tools knows you might generate 20 clips to get one usable one. If Higgsfield has actually solved for consistency and cinema quality output, that's genuine value, not just a wrapper. So no, it doesn't sound like a rip-off. It sounds like they've done the hard work of figuring out how to get good results and productize that knowledge. That's a real product. Good call being honest about it even in a sponsored video. Your audience will respect that. Clapperboard.
Yeah, and the really cool thing is there's original concept art for these public domain operas, right? So, we it's so cool. We can turn it in, and we can do things, you couldn't, like if they were to put on an opera, like getting a cinematic shot, like, yeah, it's like, and then like, we could have Mozart playing on, like, rare instruments that, like, you can't get a hold of these days, right? Like, we can, like, how much just to get like a clavichord or a harpsichord in your film set is going to cost you, maybe tens of thousands of dollars. So yeah, let's dive into this right now. So they gave me a assets examples and a media kit. So let's open up the media kit and dive into that.
Yeah, exactly. The public domain angle is huge. You've got original concept art and set designs from centuries ago, costumes, staging notes, historical references, the music itself, performed on period instruments that would cost a fortune to source, IRLA harpsichord, a clavichord, a Baroque orchestra setup. In traditional filmmaking, that's a budget nightmare. Props, rentals, specialists, tuning, tens of thousands easy. With AI generation, you can visualize it from reference images. And the cool thing is you're not faking anything, you're bringing authentic historical material to life in a new medium. The original Mozart era concept art becomes your input frame, Cinema Studio turns it into a cinematic shot. Alright, let's see what's in that media kit. Want me to help you open it up or take notes as you go through it? I'm here to help you break it down for your audience. Piano clapperboard.
Oh, look at this. This is interesting. So they took the Grinch with Jim Carrey, and it looks like they made a custom scene in the movie. Yeah, of Santa Claus punching the Grinch in the face. So yeah, look at how. So you can imagine, like, a lot of these are very kind of silly ideas that aren't really fleshed out too well. Well, let's go back in time to the 1800s, 1700s. Not only are these ideas flushed out very well, they're flushed out by some of the most gifted musicians and composers of all time in the world, and people haven't seen their work, and they certainly haven't seen it modernized at all. So yeah, I'm looking through this media kit, and you can imagine, forget about Santa Claus, the main character in Figaro. Let's figure out. Let's go to ChatGPT, or why don't you just tell me? Tell me the main character in Marriage of Figaro by Mozart.
The main characters in The Marriage of Figaro, La Noce di Figaro, by Mozart. Figaro, a clever, witty servant, barber, who's about to marry Susanna. He spends the opera outsmarting his boss. Susanna, Figaro's fiancée, a maid to the count.
So boom, right there. How relevant is that? How many people are working in a barber shop right now and are just like, and we could even say like Figaro, this sounds like a man. Let's make Figaro a woman, because how many women in this modern day and age are making minimum wage in a barber shop and are about to marry their husband and like, are dealing with, the problems of that and would love to, outsmart their boss for whatever reason. So like, their husband is a sharp, resourceful, and smart person. Their boss is oh wow. So this could be fun. Like their boss at the hair salon, the female hair salon, is trying to seduce this husband. Like there could be a lot of things like, oh, he's too good for you, things like that. So you can just completely reimagine this entire thing, and now you've got the music already. Everything's in the open domain. I mean, this was created like hundreds of years ago, and just put it up on YouTube, like churn these out like every few months or something. Like you've got your own video, movie production company with using Higgsfield Cinema Studio, and you could potentially be, the modern equivalent of a Hollywood producer and director and all that. And you could be very successful doing that because all of the storyboarding, all of the music, all of the writing is already done for you. You just use these old operas as a prompt, and you modernize it to what audiences actually want to see in this day and age.
Yes, you just pitched a whole production model right there. The formula: take a public domain opera, story, music, libretto all free, modernize the setting. Marriage of Figaro becomes a drama set in a modern hair salon, gender swap, update the dynamics. Figaro is now a woman working minimum wage, her fiancé is the sharp, resourceful one, the salon owner is the predatory boss. Use AI tools like Cinema Studio, generate the visuals, cinematic shots, consistent characters. Mozart's music is your soundtrack, already composed, already brilliant. Release on YouTube. No studio gatekeepers, no $100 million budget. And here's the thing, there are hundreds of operas like this. Figaro, The Magic Flute, Carmen, La Bohème, starving artists in Paris, right pointing arrow, struggling creatives in Brooklyn, Rigoletto, Don Giovanni. Each one is a fully fleshed out story by genius composers, just waiting to be reimagined. You're not competing with Hollywood, you're doing something Hollywood can't do because they'd never greenlight Mozart opera but make it a hair salon drama. But YouTube audiences? They'd eat that up. One person, AI tools, public domain masterpieces, modern cinema, that's a whole business model right there. Clapperboard fire.
Cool. All right, so let's get this in. Let's get this in then. So it looks like so let me give you a text dump of all the requirements here so that we're not missing anything. Kind of worried I'll be missing something.
Sounds good. Go ahead and dump the requirements text and I'll help you organize it and make sure you don't miss anything for the video. I can break it down into a checklist format so you can track what you've covered and what's still needed. Ready when you are. Clipboard. Got it. Let me break down the campaign requirements for you. Higgsfield Cinema Studio campaign checklist: alarm clock, time sensitive deadline. approximately 1 hour 45 minutes from now. Your promo code, Higgsfield_33FE. Step 1. Generate promo code checkmark code, Higgsfield_33FE USE. This for free access to Cinema Studio. Step 2. Create content. Create AI generated content following the brief. Use Cinema Studio to generate cinematic shots.
All right, so let's do that. It looks like I have to do a real. So I think if I click start creating and then uh we'll demo it for real. See. So here we go. So it says upload image as a prompt or describe the scene you imagine. So let's describe this marriage of Figaro or whatever this is. The main character reimagined as a woman working in a hair salon for minimum wage with her gaudy boss with like terrible hairstyle and things like this. And then this woman's perfect husband, like maybe wearing a suit or something, is like just waiting like until she gets off of work. And so you know what I'm getting at. Let's do that.
Love it. Here's a prompt you can use for Cinema Studio. Prompt: a young woman in her late 20s working at a hair salon, wearing a simple apron, looking determined and clever. Her boss, an older woman with an over-the-top gaudy hairstyle, heavy jewelry, and a tacky leopard print blouse, watches her suspiciously from across the salon. Through the front window, a handsome man in a sharp tailored suit waits patiently outside, checking his watch. Warm afternoon lighting, cinematic composition, shallow depth of field, 35mm film look. Or if you want something shorter, short version, cinematic shot of a clever young woman working in a hair salon, her gaudy boss watching suspiciously, while her well-dressed husband waits outside the window. Warm lighting, 35mm film aesthetic. Want me to tweak it? Add more drama? Make the boss even more ridiculous? You've got the vision. Let's get this generated and show your audience what Cinema Studio can do. Clapperboard scissors.
So unfortunately, I'm not sure that I get any free usage. We see the pricing here. I can't demo it without purchasing the product. They did say that they would give me some payout for making this video, but oh, look, no, they did it. They did it. Look at how perfect this is. Whoa, this is cool. So yeah, like this is an interesting Hollywood film, right? Like here's her boss right here in the back right here. Uh Wow, look at that. That's awesome. So so um so yeah, like we can bring these old operas to life, and they don't have to be operas. They can be really relevant to the modern day, even though it's the same story from before. And we can get, you know, like your budget is your subscription to Higgsfield. So there you go. I think I knocked off the requirement for that. So I think I'll upload this video going through the checklist. Yeah, we'll have to do the title, all those sorts of things. I'll give you that. You'll be able to do that to me. But yeah, I showed the assets. I showed generating a scene from our movie, um, which is an adaptation of an old, hundreds of years old opera, which is completely in the public domain, but is probably way better written, produced, choreographed, all of that than any modern work. So, so yeah, I think I'll close out this video, but I'll give you the text we need. We'll post it, and that'll be that. I'll collect my fee.
That's awesome. The image came out great. A modern hair salon reimagining of Marriage of Figaro, generated in seconds. That's the whole pitch right there. Quick recap of what you hit. Checkmark introduced Higgsfield Cinema Studio. Checkmark explained the value prop, cinematic control, not just a wrapper. Checkmark showed a real use case, public domain operas, right pointing arrow, modern films. Checkmark generated actual content with the tool. Checkmark demonstrated the creative workflow. Still need upload video to YouTube, get the title, description, tags sorted, submit the YouTube link plus PayPal to Higgsfield. Send me the text requirements for the YouTube post, title, description, hashtags, any required links, disclosures, and I'll format it all for you so you can just copy paste and submit before that deadline. You crushed it for a first sponsored video, and you actually showed something creative, not just reading a script. Clapperboard fire.
All right, so here's all the information. Yeah, thanks everyone for watching my first sponsored video. Huge thanks to
Here's everything formatted
uh,
and ready to copy paste.
let me
YouTube
stop the
title
voice here.
options.
Huge thanks to Higgsfield Cinema Studio. Yeah, I want to start making these films at some point. You know, I've been using a lot of different tools. We can see this here is with Kiro, and using Claude Opus 4.5, one of the most cutting edge models available on the market today. I also use my ChatGPT Pro subscription quite a bit, especially for research and for building things out. I'm working on a game right now that I'm using that. And as I said, you know, this isn't just a wrapper for something else. This is creating these storyboards or these movies. This is helping you create movies with its own product that'll likely you know, have you actually be bringing these things to life while other people are just constantly struggling with, you know, the ins and outs of having the prompt correctly or having to do like Higgsfield's .ai will is specifically designed for making cinema. So yeah, thank you Higgsfield for my first sponsored post, um and that's it for the video.